The Duggar family has been through a lot in the public eye, but nothing could have prepared them or the millions of people who watched them for what happened recently. Fans who have followed their journey were shocked by the heartbreaking events during Jana Duggar's first childbirth. The oldest Duggar daughter became a mother for the first time. What should have been a joyful moment turned into a night full of tears, prayers, and fear. While giving birth, Jana's health suddenly got worse. Her family was shocked, and her husband, Stephen Wisman, was seen crying beside her hospital bed. Jana has been called the Cinderella of the Duggar family for years. She was known as the quiet, shy sister who stayed home, helping raise her younger siblings while her brothers and sisters married and had children. Fans often wondered if she would ever get married. Everyone was surprised when she quietly married Stephen Wisman, a pilot from Nebraska. It felt like the happy ending people had been waiting for. But that dream took a scary turn when their baby's birth brought serious complications. Jana's health was in danger, and Stephen was deeply affected by what happened. People close to the Duggar family said Jana went into labor late at night. Only Stephen and a small group of family members were there with her. The delivery started normally, but things quickly changed when doctors noticed Jana's blood pressure dropping and her breathing becoming shallow. What was supposed to be a simple birth turned into a medical emergency. People in the room described the scene as chaotic. Nurses and doctors rushed to help her. Stephen held Jana's hand, cried, and prayed out loud. He didn't want to let go of her. Stephen is usually calm, but he broke down and begged the doctors to save her. His voice shook as he said, "Please don't let anything bad happen to her." His family was shocked to see him so emotional. This birth wasn't just about welcoming a baby. It became a fight for Jana's life. Doctors had to act fast. Fans who knew about the Duggar family's history of home births were thankful that Jana was in a hospital with trained medical staff. Even so, the fear in the room was heavy. Every second felt like a matter of life and death. Stephen's reaction during the birth moved everyone. His tears and pain showed how deeply he loves Jana. A family friend said Stephen couldn't stop crying. He held her hand, kissed her face, and kept praying, but it was too much for him emotionally. At one point, he had to leave the room to calm himself, but returned quickly to stay by her side. People often imagine Duggar men as quiet and unemotional, but Stephen showed a real, raw side. His love for Jana was clear, and the situation was clearly serious. As soon as the Duggar family heard about Jana's condition, they rushed to the hospital to support her and pray. Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, who are already grandparents many times over, were seen crying as they watched their oldest daughter fight for her life. Sisters like Jessica, Jinger, and Joanna came to the hospital, visibly upset, but determined to be there for Jana. Someone heard Jessa tell a friend, "She's strong, but this is so hard." Even Duggar brothers who had grown distant from the family were texting and calling for updates. It showed that in tough times, the family still sticks together. Fans online quickly responded. Hashtags like #PrayForJana and #DuggarStrong began trending. People who had followed the Duggars for more than 10 years were shocked and heartbroken. Jana had always been seen as the one who gave the most to the family. Many were happy when she finally found love with Stephen. Now, those same fans were posting messages of support and worry. People were deeply moved. Many said Jana had already been through so much and deserved peace and happiness. Seeing Stephen so broken made it even more real. "It breaks my heart for Stephen," one fan wrote. "We're praying for a miracle." The outpouring of love online showed how much Jana means to fans. She's more than a reality TV star to them. She's someone they admire and care about. In the middle of all the fear and sadness, there was one hopeful moment, the first cry of the baby. Even though Jana's health was still in danger, her baby was born safely. The baby's cry brought both relief and more emotion. Stephen cried again, this time from happiness as he held his newborn for the first time. A family friend said it was too much. He was crying for Jana, but also so happy about the baby. So many emotions at once, joy and fear together. The baby's birth was a small light in a dark and uncertain time. Doctors continued to closely monitor Jana, checking her vitals and watching for signs of improvement. Fans and family hoped and prayed that she would pull through. As of the most recent updates, Jana is still being watched by doctors. Her baby is healthy, but her recovery is expected to be slow and challenging. Doctors told the family she'll need rest and ongoing care. It's a big ask for someone who's always taken care of everyone else. Stephen has promised to be there for her every step of the way. Friends say he told them, "She's my everything. As long as she's okay, I don't care about anything else." Now, the couple faces the challenge of becoming new parents while also focusing on Jana's recovery. But they have love, support, faith, and fans who continue to send prayers. After years of being on reality TV, the Duggar family has seen both support and criticism. But this moment was not about the cameras, it was real life, filled with love, pain, and hope. But Jana's story is more than just numbers or news reports. It's a real story about love, fear, and strength. It shows the world that there are real people behind the cameras and strict family rules, people who face real problems. Many fans who have followed the Duggar family for years have been touched by Stephen's open emotions. They see a man who truly loves his wife and isn't afraid to show the world how much he's hurting. His tears have made people feel closer to him. What happened during the birth has made Jana realize how strong she really is. She's always been quietly strong, but now that strength is being tested in a deep and painful way. The whole world is now watching closely, waiting for news that she's getting better. People are hoping for healing, recovery, and a return to happiness. The birth of Jana Duggar's baby could have ended in tragedy, but her story isn't over. It's a story about faith during hard times. It's a story about a husband's deep love and a woman whose quiet strength has inspired many people. While the days go by, the Duggar family and millions of fans are waiting, holding on to hope, and praying that the worst is behind her. They want nothing more than for Jana to enjoy peaceful days, full of healing, joy, and the beautiful moments of being a new mother. Choosing to become a mother was something fans had looked forward to for a long time. It brought both happiness and worry, because Jana had waited so long to start this chapter of her life. But what was supposed to be the happiest day of her life quickly turned into the scariest. It became a moment that brought fear, tears, and desperate prayers. Stephen Wisman cried openly at her bedside. Her family rushed to the hospital, praying with all their hearts. The hallways filled with whispered hopes, the word "please" repeated again and again, and a kind of sadness no one could have imagined. Jana Duggar had always been the quiet one in the Duggar family. She was the oldest daughter, the one who stayed home while her siblings grew up, moved out, and started their own lives. She cared for her younger brothers and sisters. She helped keep her parents' home running smoothly. She took on responsibilities without asking for anything in return. She waited for her time. And when it finally came, it came with joy and pain. Now, as a new mother, her strength is being tested like never before. And while her husband, her family, and fans around the world wait and pray, everyone hopes that soon she will recover and finally be able to enjoy the beautiful, long-awaited role she has stepped into, being a mother. Jessa Duggar Seawald and her husband Ben Seawald welcomed their sixth child, a baby boy, into the world on July 26, 2025. The newborn arrived weighing a substantial 10 pounds and 1 ounce, making his entrance after 7.5 hours of labor. This birth marked another significant milestone for the couple, who have built a large family rooted in their conservative Christian values and commitment to large family life. However, what captured attention in the days following was not just the arrival itself, but the deliberate week-long wait before announcing the child's name. This pause in naming, a pattern seen in previous births for the couple, allowed them to thoughtfully select a name that resonated with their family dynamics and historical preferences. The decision to delay naming the baby stemmed from a desire to test out potential options in real-life settings. Jessa explained in a detailed YouTube vlog series that upon leaving the hospital, they had a list of 3 top contenders: Owen, Calvin, and Edward. Hospital policy granted them approximately 6 days to finalize the name for the birth certificate, providing a window for experimentation. Ben suggested rotating through each name for a day or 2, observing how it felt when spoken in the home environment, during family interactions, and even when addressing the baby directly. This method ensured the chosen name would integrate seamlessly into their bustling household. By the end of that week, the couple settled on Edward Owen Sewald. The full name combines two classic choices, with Edward as the first name and Owen as the middle. Jessa noted that this selection held particular appeal because it carried historical significance, a recurring theme in their naming choices. Edward evokes images of English kings and timeless strength, while Owen draws from Welsh origins meaning young warrior or well-born. Together, they form a name that honors tradition without straying from their preference for meaningful, biblically inspired, or historically grounded monikers. Family involvement played a crucial role in the final decision. The Sewalds' 5 older children, Spurgeon Elliott, 9, Henry Wilberforce, 8, Ivy Jane, 6, Fern Elliott, 3, and George Augustine, 2, were actively engaged in the process. Jessa shared that the kids were rooting for Edward from the start, enthusiastically testing it out and expressing their excitement. This collective buy-in made the choice feel unanimous and strengthened the family's bond around the newcomer. In the vlog, Jessa recounted how the children showered the baby with affection, offering kisses and hugs, underscoring the loving atmosphere in which Edward entered the world. The birth itself unfolded smoothly, with Jessa documenting the experience in a multi-part video series on her YouTube channel. Labor began with contractions every 3 to 5 minutes, and her water broke shortly after. She was supported by Ben and notably by her mother, Michelle Duggar, who made a rare appearance at the hospital. Michelle's presence provided emotional comfort, cutting the umbilical cord and offering guidance drawn from her own experiences raising 19 children. Jessa described the moment of holding Edward skin to skin as overwhelming, a flood of emotions intensified by the memory of a miscarriage in 2020 that preceded the births of Fern and George. Postpartum life adjusted quickly to include the 6th child. Jessa admitted to increased screen time for the older kids as she focused on recovery and newborn care. Edward quickly became the center of attention, with his siblings doting on him constantly. By early September 2025, at just 6 weeks old, Edward had grown to 15 pounds, earning him the playful nickname Pork Chop, a humorous callback to his hefty birth weight. Jessa shared photos of the chubby-cheeked infant, describing him as the happiest, smilliest baby who brought immeasurable joy to the household. The family couldn't recall life without him, highlighting how rapidly he integrated into their daily routines. This naming process mirrors patterns from earlier children. For instance, with their first son, Spurgeon, born in 2015, Jessa and Ben also waited a week before announcing the name, inspired by the 19th century preacher Charles Spurgeon. Their second son, Henry, born in 2017, followed suit, with the delay allowing reflection on names like Wilberforce, honoring the abolitionist. Daughters Ivy and Fern received names more promptly, but the sons' namings have consistently involved this thoughtful pause. George, their 5th child born in December 2023, weighed 9 pounds 14 ounces at birth, and his name paid homage to historical figures as well. Jessa's approach to naming reflects deeper family values. Raised in the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, environment, the Duggars emphasize names with spiritual or historical depth. Edward, for example, traces back to Old English roots meaning wealthy guardian, and has been borne by 8 kings of England, symbolizing leadership and protection. Owen, meanwhile, connects to biblical echoes through figures like Owen Tudor, ancestor to the Tudor dynasty, and carries connotations of nobility. By blending these, the Sewalds continue a tradition of selecting names that educate and inspire their children about heritage and faith. The public revelation of Edward's name came via Jessa's YouTube vlog on August 11th, 2025, the 4th installment in her birth story series. Fans, accustomed to the Duggars' transparency through reality TV and social media, eagerly followed along. The vlog detailed not only the naming but also the homecoming, where the family tested names during car rides and daily activities. Jessa emphasized the practicality. Sometimes seeing the baby's face and hearing the name in context solidifies the choice. Ben echoed this, noting it prevented hasty decisions. In the broader context of the Duggar family, Edward's arrival expands a lineage known for its size and structure. Jessa, the 5th of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's 19 children, has long been a prominent figure. Her marriage to Ben in November 2014, after a courtship that began in 2013, set the stage for their own growing brood. The couple resides in Bentonville, Arkansas, near Jessa's parents, fostering close-knit support. Michelle's involvement in the birth, including staying postpartum to assist with meals and childcare, exemplifies the intergenerational help that defines Duggar family life. Jessa's pregnancy with Edward was announced in March 2025, amid reflections on past challenges. In a July podcast appearance on her sister Jinger Vuolo's show, Jessa opened up about emotional hurdles early in the pregnancy. Haunted by the 2020 miscarriage, she admitted to bracing herself against excitement initially, fearing another loss. This guarded approach gradually gave way to joy as the pregnancy progressed, culminating in Edward's healthy arrival. Her candor about these feelings resonated with followers, humanizing the often idealized portrayal of large family living. The Seawald household now buzzes with activity across 6 children spanning ages from newborn to 9. Each child brings unique personality traits that shape family dynamics. Spurgeon, the eldest, exhibits leadership qualities, often helping with younger siblings. Henry, adventurous and inquisitive, mirrors his father's hands-on style. Ivy, the first girl, adds a nurturing element, while Fern's joyful demeanor lightens daily routines. George, the previous youngest, has transitioned into the role of big brother with enthusiasm. Edward, with his serene smiles, fits right in, already captivating everyone. Daily life involves structured routines aligned with their faith. Homeschooling remains central, with Jessa overseeing education that integrates biblical principles. Meals are prepared from scratch, emphasizing modesty and frugality, hallmarks of Duggar upbringing. Ben, a real estate professional, contributes to home projects, including renovations that accommodate the growing family. Their home, a modest but spacious property, reflects practical living over extravagance. Social media updates from Jessa provide glimpses into this world. Instagram posts feature family outings, like park visits or holiday gatherings, always with an emphasis on gratitude and faith. The naming announcement drew thousands of likes and comments, with fans praising the classic choice and sharing their own naming stories. Some noted the historical nod, appreciating how it educates the children about influential figures. Critics of the Duggar lifestyle occasionally surface, pointing to the demands of large families or past family controversies. However, Jessa has addressed these head-on, focusing on the positives. In her vlog, she highlights the support network, including extended family like Michelle, who rotates help among her daughter's births. This system allows new mothers recovery time while maintaining household harmony. Edward's growth milestones came swiftly. At 1 month, he was alert and interactive, responding to voices with coos. By 6 weeks, his weight gain prompted the pork chop jest, shared lightheartedly on social media. Jessa described sleepless nights balanced by profound fulfillment, underscoring the rewards of motherhood. Ben's involvement, from diaper changes to bedtime stories, exemplifies shared parenting. Looking ahead, the Seawalds anticipate more family adventures. With school starting and holidays approaching, Edward's first Christmas will be a highlight. Jessa has hinted at future vlogs covering sibling interactions and developmental updates. The naming wait, though brief, reinforced their intentional approach to parenthood, ensuring every decision aligns with long-term values. This event also ties into broader trends among former reality TV families. Post-19 Kids and Counting, which ended in 2015 amid scandals involving brother Josh Duggar, Jessa and siblings like Jill and Jinger have carved independent paths via vlogs and books. Jessa's content focuses on authentic family life, avoiding sensationalism. The birth series garnered views in the hundreds of thousands, sustaining her online presence. In naming Edward Owen, the couple not only added to their family tree, but also perpetuated a legacy of thoughtful, value-driven choices. The week-long deliberation ensured the name felt right, fostering immediate connection. As the family adjusts, Edward's presence amplifies the love and chaos of 6 children under one roof. Jessa's updates continue to inspire followers, offering insights into balancing faith, family, and growth. The historical elements of the name add layers of meaning. Edward, used by royalty from the 9th century onward, symbolizes guardianship and prosperity. Notable figures include Edward the Confessor, a saintly king, and Edward Jenner, the smallpox vaccine pioneer. Owen connects to literary and historical icons like poet Owen Meredith and Welsh Prince Owain Glyndwr. For the Seawalds, these associations serve as teaching tools, sparking discussions on history during family devotions. The kids' enthusiasm for Edward extended to creative expressions. Older children drew pictures and crafted welcome signs, integrating the name into playtime. This involvement builds responsibility and excitement, key to the family's harmonious structure. Jessa noted how hearing Edward from Spurgeon's mouth felt natural, sealing the decision. Post-birth recovery involved traditional remedies and rest. Michelle's kitchen assistants ensured nutritious meals, aiding Jessa's healing. Herbal teas and light walks promoted wellness, aligned with their holistic health views. Ben handled night feeds initially, allowing Jessa uninterrupted sleep. By September 2025, Edward's routine solidified. Feedings every 3 hours, nap schedules synced with siblings, and tummy time fostered development. Jessa shared photos of family cuddles, emphasizing unity. The pork chop nickname stuck playfully, lightening the intensity of newborn phase. This birth reinforces the Seawalds' commitment to large families despite challenges. Past miscarriage taught resilience, making Edward's arrival cherished. Jessa's podcast reflections highlighted emotional preparation, aiding others facing similar fears. Family support extends beyond immediate circle. Duggar siblings like Jinger and Joanna offered virtual cheers, while Jim Bob and Michelle visited soon after. This network buffers demands of 6 kids. Naming delays, while unusual to some, suit the Seawalds' deliberate style. Past examples like Spurgeon's week-long wait show consistency. It prevents regret, ensuring names endure. Edward Owen Seawald joins a lineage of strong names. Spurgeon after the preacher, Henry after Wilberforce, Ivy biblical, Fern nature-inspired, George saintly. Each reflects intentionality. Public reaction warmed to the announcement. Fans lauded the classic pick, sharing royal name inspirations. Social media buzzed with congratulations, boosting Jessa's channel. In daily vignettes, Edward's smiles melt stress. Sibling play includes gentle holds, teaching care. Ben's fatherhood evolves, balancing work and home. Jessa's vlogs demystify large family logistics, meal prepping, laundry rotations, faith-integrated education. Edward's addition amplifies these, yet joy prevails.